Hi everyone, welcome to Mala's Verse. Welcome if you're new here, welcome if you have been here before. Thank you so much for joining me in today's video. So today's reading is going to be a message from your inner goddess, from your divine feminine energy within. And I've based this on the energy or the archetypes of the three Devi in Hindu mythology, which is Saraswati, Parvati, and Lakshmi. Saraswati denotes knowledge, Parvati denotes power, and Lakshmi denotes prosperity. So we are going to look at those energies for each pile here, and as usual we have three piles to choose from. The first one is Trinity with number 25. The second pile is Ancestors with number 9. And the third pile is Dancing with the Sun with number 19. Take a few deep breaths with me here, breathing out through your mouth, relaxing your body, and letting your awareness guide you to whichever pile you are drawn to. I will see you in your reading. Hi, pile number 1. If you chose Trinity number 25, this is your reading. And we have a few cards pulled out for you already. So with the Knight of Swords and Queen of Cups, it is letting us know the archetypal energy of Goddess Saraswati, which is about knowledge. So what knowledge are you gaining? And it's interesting that we have Knight of Swords and the Queen of Cups. I mean, Knight of Swords in itself is the mental plane. And to me, what it suggests is, before that, I did want to talk about the Trinity card here. And the Trinity card is representing your divine feminine energy right now. And we have all the three, phases of a woman, or let's just say the number 3 is as creation, destruction, preservation, those kind of three energies. All of these energies are playing out quite strongly. Essentially, this pile has been going through deep, really deep transformation, especially facing a lot of your fears. A lot of your fears that were clouding your intuition as well, your vision, clouding your strength to voice your opinion or to even share your truth. I do perceive there's a lot of fear around, backstabbing energies that you have been transmuting, pile number 1. And deep, like I said, very 8th house Scorpio energy, going to the underworld, going to the deepest, darkest realms within yourself to transmute a lot of energies. That is the divine feminine energy currently in that's been represented here, is what I'm receiving. And I was also getting Kundalini yoga, because Kundalini yoga awakening was also coming up, but to a very for a very 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 small section of you. But more so like Kundalini awakening, a lot of transformations happening within body, within the sacral chakra energy, and also redefining for yourself what divine feminine or feminine energy is, especially in terms of taking care of yourself and protecting yourself. That's what's coming up and what you have been transmuting. What I'm receiving is that the alchemization process or the alchemy of the entire process hasn't been completed entirely, but it is definitely in its final stages in this phase, or for this phase of your life. And with Knight of Swords and Queen of Cups, like I was saying, the Knight of Swords in itself represents the mental realm, and we are looking at these two cards to show us what knowledge have you been gaining. So with Knight of Swords, I do perceive you guys have been doing a lot of research, and I did see the Hermit card show up for you twice, and we have it below the Ace of Wands also. So a lot of you might have been in hermit mode in the cave, right? And doing a lot of deep shadow work for sure. And with Knight of Swords, it's definitely on a lot on your mind, about your mindset, a lot about the mental plane, a lot about your belief system, a lot about what you perceived to be right or wrong, and how you were the one blocking your own greatness. It's like With the horse here, what I'm receiving is now you've become very, very, very clear, like astute level of clarity about what you want to do and directing your energy, your intuition, your awareness in that direction, basically, as to basically you're not going to back down for your from your targets. It's very clear for you now. People don't make an impact on your viewpoint as such. Of course you may listen to them, but it's like you may even not listen to them, or you would not consider their opinions as such, because you are wanting to experience the knowledge that you have gained in real time in your physical reality. And so you are now very determined to practically apply this into your life. Where it has been sorry, how it will be playing out is what the Queen of Cups is representing. And it's again, what I was talking about, that energy of protection is what I'm receiving. You're definitely learning how to protect your heart space, especially the child, not the child, but the heart of your inner child is what I'm receiving. Very psychically protecting as well. So you must have done a lot of studies on occult or energetic ways to protect your energy, to your protect your mental space. And I was definitely getting working with some ancestors, could be feminine ancestors, or even connecting with the feminine line within your family, be it in the physical form or on a non-physical level, or getting more awareness through female or feminine mentors is definitely what I am receiving. And learning from them how to protect your energy, how to protect your peace, how to protect love within yourself, like the love energy that you have within yourself, how to protect that. That's the knowledge you've been gaining. And Ace of Swords and the Six of Wands is letting us know what is the power that you, or the strength you've been building up, and that is the archetypal energy I was talking about with Goddess Parvati. So very fierce energy. It's interesting, we do have Ace of Swords right beneath the Knight of Swords, and we have Ace of Wands as well. So a lot of transformation of the spirit, of the soul, is definitely very clear here. That's the change that has been happening, and that is the message your inner goddess also has for you, which is to recognize what all changes have been happening, which is the purpose of the reading anyway. With the Ace of Swords and Six of Wands, I do perceive that, like I said, the strength you've been gaining is very mental. A lot of clarity, about targets, a lot of clarity about what battles to pick, where to fight, where to not fight, and definitely not backing down. The Six of Wands is what I'm receiving. Um, like that's what I'm receiving. You will come what may, blood, sweat, tears, whatever it takes. You are not going to back down from your targets now, especially not by the judgment that has been, or that will be thrown your way. And this could be very well family members or people very close to you, or people whose opinion you did, hold to a very high regard. Now it's like, okay, I see what you're doing there, or I see what you're trying to say, but this is what I'm choosing. And it's not just that you're choosing and taking action, but you are not letting that person's opinion or their viewpoint also, be it a well-wisher or not, you are not letting their viewpoint, make the waters of clarity murky for you by letting their opinion become a lot significant. So you're not clouding your own vision. Just reiterating, that's the strength you've been building. A lot of foundational confidence is something that you have certainly been building. A lot of trust within yourself, and it really ties up with the third energy here, which is the Nine of Pentacles and Wheel of Fortune, which is showing us whatever message is coming through for prosperity. I mean, how does it get any better than this? Both energies are so abundant and a lot about luxury. And I would say with the Wheel of Fortune, literally fortune, you have fortune on your side, you have luck on your side. Maybe people would perceive that way, but and what they are not seeing is the amount of work you've done and the wisdom you've gained with the, hermit mode energy you have been in. But with Nine of Pentacles, for sure, there's a strong message coming in that your prosperity is like you are becoming more and more financially independent. If you are not at the stage to totally become independent, you're definitely moving towards that direction with the wheel of fortune. There's no doubt about it. The wheel is turning in your favor. A lot of wisdom has been gained, or you're beginning to gain as well. I feel like you are purposefully now taking actions to make finances work for you, or to create finances in ways that you may not have considered earlier. You are going to bear the fruits of your labor and enjoy it very much as well. And we do have this bird here, and it's immediately reminding me of Dubai for some odd reason. Not for some odd reason, we I think a lot of people go to the desert there, and they have that glove and that eagle on their hand. So maybe some of you are planning a visit to a desert like area, or to Dubai, or some Arab countries could be that way. But you definitely, and yeah, with the Nine of Pentacles and Wheel of Fortune, maybe this trip that you're planning could be your first ever international trip, but you're definitely aiming towards, and most likely are going to actualize as well, trip that you have paid for with your own money. That is the energy that I'm receiving. Or the yeah, it's not or, because we have Nine of Pentacles, so definitely the money that you have earned. Or it could be a project of yours for which you get funded by the company for, and because of which you are able to travel. This has been a long time coming is what I'm receiving for sure. Like all of these resources that you have collected within yourself, within your soul, within the wisdom that you have created within yourself, has been a long time coming. It's the fruit of the kind of hard work and dedication you have shown. That is what's coming through from your inner goddess. Now I'm going to pull one last card from the unicorn deck as an affirming message or a guidance for you. I was definitely getting that some of you might benefit from using a crystal which is citrine, and that makes sense with the confidence thing as well, and abundance too. So, what's one last message for? We have sanctuary. Take time out from the world, spend more time alone, meditate, or go on a retreat. Yeah, with a trip is definitely coming up energetically. But I'm not going to take this card. This could be like an additional message. We're going to shuffle more and see what's coming through. We have hope. Stay positive. The worst is behind you. Look up to the light. I think that very well reiterates what I was saying, especially in terms of when we looked at the first card, that you've been alchemizing a lot of stuff. You have been doing a lot of deep shadow work. And like I was mentioning, that this was the end might not have come yet, but you're closer to the ending phase of it. So don't lose hope, because whatever you have gained in different areas is going to bring the abundance of all sorts of things that you have been looking for, be it relationships, be it connections with people, platonic or romantic, be it wisdom that you want to share with the world, and the wisdom that you want to put to use and create money for yourself. All of those things are definitely going to actualize with the cards that we have here. So yeah, pile number one, that's all that I have for you. Thank you so much for joining me in this video. I hope that this was helpful in some way, shape, or form. Do share your thoughts in the comment section below, and I hope to see you in future readings. Hi, pile number two. If you chose ancestors with the number 9, this is your reading. So the ancestors card here represents your divine feminine energy right now. And we have the number 9, which is reminding me of the hermit card in the tarot. And when I was doing the reading for pile number 1, I felt that there were some messages or similarities, or within the pile I was getting the awareness that pile 2 might be linked to this pile. So only if you were drawn to it, do go and watch it. But otherwise, You guys, my one thing I do want to talk about is that the people who have chosen this spell, you have either attained a certain level of wisdom in terms of, it does make sense with the Fool card here, which I will explain later. In terms of like completing a cycle of wisdom regarding a lesson, or this could be as simple as you are in, the crone phase, the older wisdom age of human life, which is beyond the age of 50 or even 60, so on and so forth. But the crone who is extremely knowledgeable, and the most wisdom that she has gained is through life experiences, through dealing with people and various situations. And she has that wisdom to share with others, with people younger to her, with the generations that are coming in, and caring for them by sharing that wisdom, that softness, that care, whatever it may be. But it's the grandma energy essentially, the grandma who genuinely cares for you. So like I said, so that could be biologically or physically applicable to you, or it could be that you have learned a certain level of lessons essentially in a particular aspect of life, or something where you have completed a cycle and completed all stages of wisdom probably required in that cycle, in that particular lesson for yourself, and you have that wisdom with you. And with ancestors, I definitely get that this pile is highly, highly spiritual, very connected to the spirit realm, and especially with their ancestors. Some of you might have practices that are core to your culture and have been creating greater for you, have been providing you a lot of soothing energy as well. So that's the divine feminine energy that I'm receiving with that card currently for you. And now jumping on to your tarot. So like I had mentioned in the beginning, that this reading is divided into the three goddesses within the Hindu mythology, which is Saraswati, Parvati, Lakshmi. And Saraswati is knowledge, Parvati is power, and Lakshmi is for prosperity. So we have knowledge, power, and prosperity messages coming in, and especially in terms of what you have gained or what messages need to come through. So with the wisdom energy, that of goddess Saraswati, we have the Fool and King of Cups. That straight up tells me, and it does make sense, like I was mentioning, that you've completed a cycle. And with the Fool card, there is a regenerative energy, something that's starting again, a new cycle that you have begun your journey on. And you are, there is a neutral, like the energy of zero. There's no positive, no negative energy about this. There's no expectation about this phase of your life. And a lot of you might be coming into the energy of submission, in terms of submitting to the greater forces, to spirit, to gods, or to the universe, whatever is true for you basically. But you're submitting to a higher power and trusting the wisdom that comes through, not taking a lot of baggage from the past, not considering quite aggressively in an anxious way what is to come in the future. And this is going to give you a lot of standing emotionally with the King of Cups in the times of turbulence as well. And I'm getting more like, it's not just people around you, but I'm getting more so the energy of the world. And it does make sense, like what the times that we are in, it's chaos, it's very contrasting, very bifurcated as well. But it's going to this knowledge that you are gaining, which is that of the Fool, is just to step into the unknown with a lot of relaxation, with more than relaxation, with no expectations actually. That is going to manifest emotionally so well for you, in the sense that the chaos that is going around in the world, you will still be able to look at it from a broader perspective and have peace of mind, have more clarity emotionally, in the sense that you would know what steps to take, what could contribute, what couldn't contribute, how to keep moving further in your life as well, how can you contribute in your own ways to the world by living with peace within yourself, specifically with the King of Cups. Like the chaos of the world is not going to deter you from your path. And while I was pulling your tarot cards, I was definitely getting the energy of patience a lot. Like a lot of patience has developed for this pile. And that does make sense with the bottom deck energy that we have here, which is that of strength. And strength is, showing resilience. Basically, a lot of resilience has been built within this pile. Like I said, that does make sense with the crone energy that's coming up. So this could be through life experiences. I mean, not this could be through life experiences, but definitely a significant part, and a lot of work with the spirit realm, or even learning a lot from your elders is what I'm receiving. Learning from what has been, from maybe even history. So, some of you could be interested in history a lot, like research level interest. So, you could be history enthusiast as well. So with the Ten of Cups and Three of Wands as the power that you are gaining, so this may vary for every one of you, but Ten of Cups is definitely, very much a happy family card, and also the card of a lot of wish fulfillment. So some of and definitely one thing that I was getting for this pile, it's a shift of your place of residence, your base, with the Ten of Cups and also the Chariot card. So maybe some of you are looking at that, and anyway, if that is the case, it does look positive in the cards as well, with the Ten of Cups as something that you are gaining strength about, or the power is, like I said, with the King of Cups, a lot of groundedness in your, if groundedness is a word, but a lot of earthy rooted energy within your emotions and in all aspects, because 10 is completion. So really, there's, what I am receiving is that with your experiences you've learned to ground your emotional body very well, and to satisfy yourself emotionally regardless of what is happening around you, or what people might be saying or doing, or whatever it is. And by saying, I mean, like, they might be giving you their opinions, but even if that's not the case, if they are going through a lot of chaos, you've learned to protect your emotional body from that, and give a perspective with neutral point of view, from a higher perspective, by not letting emotions overwhelm your awareness or your view of the perspective, which the people within the situation could be influenced by. So you're able to give advice as well without having a bias, especially emotionally. So the strength, that is the strength you're gaining, which is with the Three of Wands, is how it's physically actualizing is your resilience and your patience, like I was mentioning earlier, is, it's just multiplying a lot. And there is this quiet confidence within you about things to actualize, and you just know that things will actualize. That's the awareness and knowing that's coming in. And probably that knowing is a result of this emotional balance that you have been creating within yourself, or at least intending to create, because it is definitely taking shape and formalizing is what I was getting. So formalizing or concretizing in your life. With the Seven of Wands and the Chariot, it's interesting that we have two sevens for your prosperity message. So this was the strength that you are gaining, emotional equilibrium essentially, and which is building your muscle of resilience and patience, and also eradicating instant gratification to a greater level. Now moving to prosperity messages, we have Seven of Wands and the Chariot card. It's like a soothing message coming in from your inner goddess, which is to don't worry about finances, because that's the first thing. Of course, it's the prosperity energy as well. Your money is going to work for you. Your money is going to have, your money reality is going to become more relaxed for sure. And you needn't worry about it, because the Chariot and Seven of Wands, both numbers are seven, and both energies are very warrior like, or fighting for what you would like. This one, like, this guy is going he's preparing and going to war. Seven of Wands is already fighting. So what the message that is coming through is to definitely recognize, or a reassuring message from spirit or from your inner goddess, to not worry about that you will not have to keep fighting like this and exhausting yourself. Like, and I was mentioning about going or shifting places of residence because that's coming up strongly. And with the Chariot card also, my vision is going to the castles behind time and again. That's what I'm being drawn to. So do know that your house is protected in case that was a fear, or even for some of you with the Chariot, because it is the energy of the zodiac of Cancer, which represents the mother. So, in case you were worried about your mother, or some of you, it could be even, motherland. So, you could be very patriotic or very drawn to the land of your birth, basically. Not just drawn, essentially, very protective of it. So, in case that is there, do know that there is safety around it, there's protection around it, especially from the higher realms, and your prayers are being listened to and answered about the protection of your hometown. But with prosperity, there is clear cut awareness that the angels, supreme beings of light, they are working for you to receive more relaxation in your finances. That basically, the deck that I have of journal prompts and those thought prompts and all, there is this one that talks about putting down the battle axe, and that's what I'm receiving, that it is time for you to put down the battle axe. And if you don't feel that it is time right now, the time is coming soon enough. So one last encouraging message or guidance from your inner goddess. I'm going to take this as an additional message, and it says celebration. A positive outcome is assured. Celebrate your success, enjoy your achievements, which I do believe is about the prosperity thing here. So that's again an affirmation or a or confirmation, sorry. And we have gentleness for you. Be kind to yourself and others, honor your gentleness, speak words of love. So I perceive that this is again, connected to this energy wherever you have been very aggressive within, sorry, very aggressive with your own self and your inner dialogue about actualizing wealth, prosperity, ease for yourself. Be kind there, honor your gentleness there, do recognize how much you have learned emotionally, and use that to your strength, to your you know to increase that gentle energy. As I was mentioning, that your emotional body is, it seems to have had a very big transformation and has become more gentle, more balanced. And with the sacral chakra energy being represented with the color here, and even confidence with the sun and the strength card too, I do perceive that now transmute that energy towards prosperity. This could be career actually. So towards career, wherever you feel like you've been blocked, you are at a standstill, you have to prove your worth time and again. Please bring that gentleness and like move that energy towards your career, towards how you perceive yourself in, career aspect, in the career aspect basically. And be kinder towards yourself, because that's going to calm your mental agony about things not actualizing. And this is more so like appreciating how far you have come, how much you have changed, especially emotionally, how much resilience you have built. And yeah, that's it. That's all that I have for you, pile number 2. I hope that that was helpful in some way, shape, or form. Do share your thoughts in the comment section below. And I hope to see you in future readings. Bye bye. Hi, pile number three. If you chose the Dancing with the Sun card, this is your reading. And we have the cards pulled out for you as per the archetypes we mentioned in the beginning on Saraswati, Parvati, and Lakshmi, which is knowledge, power, and prosperity. Moving on to the first card here, Dancing with the Sun, which is your inner divine feminine energy right now. Uh, there is there's a similarity in all of the piles today, and with you also I do perceive very strongly, especially with the Sun card. There is a strong energy of rebirth and resurrection, and especially resurrection of the inner child and tending to your joy, come what may. And as I was reading for this card from the booklet, as well as this is a comparatively new deck, and it is called the Triple Goddess Tarot. So this card talks about an indigenous culture, and I sorry I don't remember the exact details, but it was talking about how feminine energy or the matriarchal or maternal side of the sun is, discussed in that area or in that culture. And they talk about the setting sun, which is she is the keeper of the dreams and goals of tomorrow. So that is very interesting, and I feel like you, and it does make sense, with the knowledge card also that we are receiving here, which is the Seven of Wands and the Sun card. I mean, like your cards are repeated itself, so there's a strong refreshing energy, a renewal of your confidence, of your sense of self. And like I was mentioning, this aspect of, the keeper of the dreams, tomorrow's dreams and goals. Now, that's the energy that I am perceiving. You're protecting your dreams. It's reminding me of this movie, Pursuit of Happiness, and I don't remember the entire scene, dialogue by dialogue or word by word, but where Will Smith talks to his son and he says, "If you have a dream, protect it." And there was somewhat an essence of, as far as I remember, the people who cannot achieve it or could not achieve it will not, let you have it or will discourage you. Something on those lines is what I remember. And that's coming up. So again, it's interesting. I was talking about him and his son, again, the sun energy. So definitely a strong fierce is the word. There's a fierce protection of your inner child and their dreams and desires. And more so, it's not just, dreams and desires, it is the peace and joy that your inner child has seeked for probably years or decades. You are giving it that. And you are not looking at its desires as something that's, childish in the sense that because it is childish, it will not yield results or it will not yield a lot of creation for you. But you are changing that narrative within yourself, or I would say most likely you have changed it, because when we look at what knowledge you've been gaining with the Seven of Wands and the Sun card, I was about to say star. So, and I do remember while shuffling your cards, we did get the star card. Yet, with the Seven of Wands and the Sun card, you are now, some of you might have had the fear of showing up in the world, and especially fear of judgments that might come your way if you become successful, Especially this could be people that you know. Not, I mean, definitely could be family, but more so like people that you know. It could be even friends, maybe even frenemies, I wonder. But people around you who might be uncomfortable the more you step into your power, those kind of people might have been, a force of discouragement for you subconsciously, because of which you were worrying about your own success or stepping into your own success. But now, no, that's not the case. You are very much willing to fight for yourself or fight for what is your truth, what you deserve, how you should be. And this could be even, I feel like, because when it comes to being successful or famous, there's a disparity in finances between what you may gain and what the people around you are willing to receive. So maybe you are someone who is on the pathway to receive more abundance, or you know how to do that for yourself, yet some people around you might pride in being not so rich, and that could very well be a subconscious programming. And so you had that hesitation, oh, if I become too rich, am I being ignorant of those around me? Am I being derogatory in some way, like demeaning? Yeah, because if people around you start feeling inferior, you might feel that this is because of your achievements, and so you were blocking yourself from receiving your own abundance, your own gold is what I'm receiving. So with the Seven of Wands and the Sun card, you are not backing down now. That is the knowledge that you've been gaining. And I was getting the moon card too. And coming from the moon to the sun, it's like you've done a lot of work on your subconscious, especially subconscious programming, which does relate to the power cards that we have here, which is Seven of Pentacles, which is seven again. So seven could be a very significant number for a lot of you. You may have seven as your life path. You could be born in the month of July or even August with the Sun card here. So, Seven of Pentacles and Eight of Swords, that in itself is progress. We do have nine in the next question, although we do have Tower in the between, but definitely there's huge, huge, huge progress for this pile. And with Seven of Pentacles and Eight of Swords as the power that you are gaining or building, the strength that you're building is that of, it is resilience, but this is resilience towards about negative thoughts or negative beliefs within self. Because with Seven of Pentacles, you might have had times where you were doing a lot, you were seeking results, and they were not appearing. So you might have been very negative in your mindset, no, very negative in your self talk, and really looking at what have I done or what have I achieved in life? It's been so long, I've been working so hard, those kind of thoughts, those beliefs. Now, those beliefs, it's like you are observing them. Even if there is not a full fledged eradication, but the strength that you are receiving is okay, so this negative thought is coming into my mind. Let me observe this, let me see how it's playing out. And you are not getting agitated or fidgeting or getting irritable with these thoughts now. It's like people who do irritating things to get a rise out of you, and you just watch them do all of their clownery basically, and you just sit there, observe them. You are not even judging it, you like negatively or even positively. You are just like, okay, let it play out, let that energy flow out. And then you make a wise choice. So that is the strength you are getting. You are not getting impatient, you are not losing resilience, you're gaining resilience rather. But it's in this sense that you're letting, I'm getting the term that you're letting the devil do its dance, but you're not bothered by it. You're not letting it influence you in any way. And it's like you have that calm and peace, knowing that even if I feel like I have no resources, no way ahead, I'm going to get out of this. That's the awareness, or that's the self belief or and strength rather that you've been building. Like, even if you have nothing at your disposal, you know that you will get out of this rut. Now, with the Tower and the Nine of Pentacles as a message for prosperity, it's very interesting because we have Two of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So instead of letting me know that you've been stuck, what I am receiving is that you've been stuck, you've been in a stalemate position, indecisive, but now you've let your intuition guide you to make a choice, and that choice must have been very devastating, to be honest. By devastating, I mean like really devouring and cleaning all the crap out or all false foundations out, but those false foundations must have been foundations you've been building for really long, wishing that it would work out, like the Seven of Pentacles energy here, and you were starting from scratch. What you may not realize with the Nine of Pentacles is it is going to bring you a lot of wealth. It's going to make you financially independent for sure. Like we literally have the Nine of Pentacles. So the Tower here is not to, it's not representing something um well, even though the Tower card is daunting, I'm actually sort of a little happy whenever it shows up, because it's literally going to give you clarity. Yes, the ride is uncomfortable AF. No denial about that. But even here, I don't feel like that's the energy, like you, like something's going to break off. But I perceive that you made a choice that's already breaking off a lot of, even connecting it to the Eight of Swords, it's breaking off shackles which have been binding you, like I said, for years. And what you may not realize is, because I do perceive that you made this choice with a lot of faith and spirit in universe, in your god or archangels, because you've been in the dark. Do you see how we have a blind here, we have a blind here? So you've been in the dark about especially the future, or what is the unknown or the next step, and you may have been hesitant about making this choice, but you're like, F this, I'm making this choice, and let's rebuild, let's see how it goes. So you might be feeling definitely a sense of intimidation about the future, but with the Nine of Pentacles, it's just reassuring here to us that your wealth is just about to begin to build in a very foundational way, in a way that is entirely true to you and is coming from you, from your efforts. So you've definitely made that progress. So that's what I am receiving about the prosperity energy. Now I'm going to pull one last card as an affirming message or a guidance from your inner divine goddess. Wow. From your inner goddess. I was mixing divine feminine and the goddess. So what's one last message? Miracles. What do we have here? Partnership. Teamwork will get you a better result. Find trustworthy people to partner with. Build up a talented support team. Yeah, I do perceive that what we were talking about, how you were hesitant in terms of your own success and the people around you. I do perceive that with these changes, you are either becoming aware of who truly are your friends, your kin, that you need to, or really not just need to, it's more like you choose to take care of and take under your wing. And simultaneously, it's either that, or it is definitely giving us the energy that your soul tribe is quite nearer than you might expect, nearer to actualization in your life, basically. And we have miracles. Have faith that your miracle is on its way. Your prayers have been answered. Surrender the how. And I definitely feel like it applies here with the Tower, because what you may have restarted something, like I said, you might have just started your life again from ground zero, pile number 3. And what you may not realize is miracles are happening. Just surrender the how, and the Tower card actually does denote that in some way, shape, or form, which is surrendering to greater forces and letting what doesn't serve you, what is not creating a nutritional and nourishing force of life for you. You definitely have already chosen to, or you're about to choose to release that from your life, and it's going to bring in miracles for sure. So, pile number 3, that's all that I have for you. Thank you so much for joining me in this video. I hope that this was helpful in some way, shape, or form. And do share your thoughts in the comment section below. I hope to see you in future readings. Bye bye.